What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This video is a little wacky one. This is OTE, which I've been wanting to research and look into a lot more. So Overtime Elite versus Real Madrid. This was happened back in May. I didn't get to watch any of this. Again, I had only just got back overseas, so much basketball I need to get caught up on, but this could be fun to watch. Also, this is likely going to get demonetized, so if it does, I'll put this up over on the Patreon, but this is going to be the first time we actually watch long extended period of basketball. So I'm gonna skip to the basketball. So there's one of the coaches, Coach Corey, that we were watching do some individuals. Is he the head coach? Is this the head coach? Can you guys fill me in? Give me as much information as I can have, the better. That's what this whole channel is for me, is as much learning as I can get, like knowing who all the players are, who all the coaches are, learning different styles of basketball, all of that. Also, I'm actually surprised it's not packed in here. So first play, double stagger. I'll get my pen out because I'm going to need it. I'm probably not going to be able to break down this whole game, so we might get through a quarter or something, but I'll just show you guys how I typically watch basketball. But it'll be very interesting to see how these two teams, the two styles, clash. So right here we get a double stagger. We'll just look to see if they're running a play or running actions directly into a ghost screen. So a ghost screen is like faking a screen, and basically a screen and slip for guards, pretty much, into an on ball. So it looks like first play of the game, they're really trying to go to Taylor and Kinney. So that's fine. Let's see how they defend this. Big hedges. Oh, they just switch. Okay, so they switch out high, switches over the top. This player, this is why ghost screens are tough. It's a lot of ball movement, a lot of player movement. He should definitely be in help side. But, I mean, that's on the money right there. Good kick out. That's nice. That's pretty good basketball for a first play. And I think the first couple possessions are super important when you're breaking down game film, just to see how prepared a team is. Okay, so similar kind of action. Yeah, it's just a double stagger. Okay, into a gets action, so it's just like a give and go. A lot of teams use this. We saw this when we were breaking down a little bit of Mike James and a lot of EuroLeague players. They do this for their point guards because they can catch and set and be playing out a triple threat rather than dribbling the ball up the court to this spot and being hassled the whole time. Just being able to catch it in triple threat, and it kind of helps with the timing with a lot of these things. So this looks like they're going into a Spain pick and roll. So a big is going to set a screen, and it looks like this either big or guard, not sure what position he is setting a screen on the big's defender. So he just rejects it. They do have the Spain action. They have the guard popping wide open. So this is probably where the pass is going to go. And as we talk about when we're breaking down individuals, right? When this is what I'm saying, like, look at what we've seen so far in this first play. You don't need to practice moves with the ball in your hand for 90% of your workout or 100% of your workout. What crazy moves or anything have we seen yet? Nothing. He did it behind the back right here. He did it behind the back because the defense overplayed, but he was trying to go full speed off of that screen so they could get into their Spain pick and roll, but now he rejects the screen. He just throw down behind the back, onside step, direct drive now. So now the dominoes have fallen, right? Gap theory, whatever you want to call it. Everything, they've got their trigger point. There's so many things you can call it, but basically, like, okay, we've 2 feet in the key. Full speed, inside the elbows, 2 feet in the key, draws the defense. So now the help is coming, which opens up the player here. And we always talk about this, right? The Thomas Iasola basketball camp, the hook pass. So that would probably have been the best pass because it's the quickest to get there. But the other way you can throw that pass, you can James Harden it, so behind the back, which is really tough to do, or you can reverse pivot like this player did. So again, this is just very fundamental basketball here. Sprinting off of that screen, which is important. Nice. And remember, some of these breakdowns I've been doing, like the 3-on-3s, how many people can't make these shots? These just open shots. And this is the type of shot we develop nowadays. These are the type of shots you need to be able to hit. Everyone makes fun of the NBA for how many threes they shoot, but really those guys are elite at shooting open shots. This is the skill you really need to develop and work on if you want to be a scorer. Catching, playing out of a closeout. So you catch and shoot. Next time it's catch and shot, fake and drive. And this is what the elite scorers and the elite players in the one-on-one scene, 3-on-3 scene, they don't have this part of their game. If they add this part of their game, they become really scary. Nice. Pushes the ball straight into a drag screen. Spacing could be better here, obviously, but just goes under. My fear here is they're going to be way too Taylon Kinney focused. But good job pushing in transition. They call it travel. Yeah, so look how many times I told you FIBA's different. He does do the onside step here, but when you're playing overseas, that ball just has to come out of your hands quicker. So you got to throw that ball down. You can't. That video that I did on the main channel where I explained this, in America, you can take the step and then dribble the ball, but overseas, you got to throw that ball out and go get it pretty much. Just right here, lifting this pivot foot before the ball is out of his hands. Yeah, it's an automatic call overseas. And this is why I made that video on the main channel about travels and gathers and carries, because the rest of the, like, basketball is not played like we play it in the NBA. So everyone slowly developing those NBA habits. Like, you go play anywhere else, like they go back to the fundamentals, and it's like really shocking to a lot of players. So learn the fundamental way first, then if like icing on the cake, if you want to do the other stuff. Good defense. Good defense. Typically, though, again, this is another American thing. So they'll say, turn him, turn him, turn him. Typically, in like EuroLeague style, you want to keep him on one side of the court. That's kind of what's changed nowadays. We're not really concerned about turning back and forth because these guys handle it pretty well, and you're not really going to turn them over often. But you're giving him both sides of the floor so they can start their offense wherever. But if they want to start their offense on the left and you can force them up to the right, you've kind of disrupted them a little bit. Okay, so we just off of a pin down straight into a ball screen, it looks like. Oh, this is just, so these are the motion principles that you're going to see a ton. First side action, which is typically going to be a ball screen or a dribble handoff, something simple. And then they get into their second side action, which they play this kind of pinch post look. Most teams play this, so this three-man game. So it's going to be trying to catch it here in between the elbow and the three-point line, or you hit the guard and we can get into some ball screen action. Nice hook pass, playing off the closeout. Whoo! And this is what we said you need to learn how to do. So when you're doing all your workouts, you don't need all the crazy dribble moves. Again, you don't need it. You need to learn this. And I made a video on this a year ago. This is the most important skill in basketball. Be able to shoot this and then be able to attack off this. And that's just all our one-on-one principles that we talk about. Man, excellent move. It's funny, they're not even pressuring. Interesting. I figured they'd be pressuring a lot more. Okay, dribble handoff. Yeah, kind of same principles into their motion offense, into a high ball screen. Just goes under. It's not a bad look. I don't like possessions though where you're not putting any pressure on the rim, but not for a long sustained period anyways. Good look. Okay, same action. So this is the same. This must be just a secondary break where they start with that. They get a guard sprinting up, pass, pitch back into a ball screen. Nice swing. And this is what I mean. This would be ISO, right? This is where we would typically ISO. But being a willing passer. Okay, don't have anything on. We're going to swing, but they did switch this, right? So even though he didn't technically do anything or open anything up himself, the ball screen, the ball movement, or the player movement that they have has created a mismatch. So now the dominoes can fall. Swing. Now we're going to look at the mismatch. And he just drives straight to the basket. Highest percentage shot in basketball. It's a good drive. Here we go. Transition. Nice. Really good transition here. Everyone sprinted to really good spots there. Had really good spacing. Nice job. See how they're always ready for a press as well. All right, so this is just pin downs, turnouts, whatever you want to call it, but it's just forwards or anyone really, just setting guard screens for the guards to pop out into a ball screen. Good defense, fighting over. That was really good. The big didn't need to be up that high since Taylor Kinney fought over. That was really good defense. I wish they had their names on the jerseys so I could learn the players. See the difference defensively? So offensively, he also probably wanted to bring it up with his right, but this player is trying to keep him on that sideline, right? Like not giving him the full floor, not turning him left and right, just trying to cut the floor in half. And what this does, especially against more athletic teams, is now your help side and everything is already set up because they know it's coming up this one side of the floor. When you let people go left and right, your help side is constantly having to shift their responsibilities too. So that's why we try to keep it on one side of the floor. Okay, back screen forces the switch straight into a ball screen. Nice. Good job. It's really good, but again, what are we noticing? Their offense is very focused, very heavily focused on Taylor Kinney. It's the right play. He could have gone sharper off of that screen, though, put more pressure on the basket, but I mean, he's got a player over here wide open, too, on the three. Contested mid-range, but I mean, that's a good shot. Very good. Again, highest percentage shot in basketball, but very good job by the guard here. Push it. Didn't have anything. Get a cutter going through. Nice job. Ball movement, player movement. And look what that does. Just the cut, the sacrificial cut. Getting through to this corner. Look at the help defender. This guy's supposed to be captain. He's supposed to be the captain. He's supposed to be the next help. And this guy's actually defending the ball. So just the guard dribbling through. And then this guard here cutting through has just caused enough undisciplined, enough, what do you call it? I don't know. They're not very disciplined. And it was just like the smallest thing got these guys out of their defensive responsibilities. So now he gets a full head of steam just to go against the player that's standing there. Yes, he got a lot of contact, but as we know with our one-on-one breakdowns, highest percentage shot in basketball, even with the contact. Away screen. I think JJ Redick, I can't remember what he calls this, junk screens maybe, but it's like, it's where you have off-ball screens and you can really just, it's like you just make the read. It's not technically like a back screen and a down screen. It's just like, oh, it was a back screen read, but he could flare off that. He could cut off of this. He could continue coming up and setting it on this man. Like, it's just making reads off the screen into a ball screen. So everything is very high ball screen centered for OTE. Again, into a mid-range jump shot. So it'll be interesting to see if a steady diet of this, if they can put up enough points. Kevin Savage. Okay. Man, good defense again. Iced the screen here. Didn't let him use it. Very good. Oh, man. Sorry for stopping it so much, but I just like all these little interactions. So that screen, he just slips it, and honestly, it was open right there. So he could have hit the slip, which would have put this guy in a lot of trouble, but they're definitely staying disciplined and running their play. Then he gets a good screen here. Still a lot of space. He should have been a lot closer into another Spain action. So screen to screener action. So the big's wide open here. And this is something guards need to start being able to read. This is tough to read. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's happening really quickly, but you'll see at the EuroLeague level, those guys make these reads like this. They're just so elite because they've just drilled this out so much. But yeah, this is a tough spot to be in defensively. Tough spot to be in. So you've got two guys that are having to decide like which one of us is going to go help. Like Taylor Kinney has to guard this big for a second, and he's responsible for his man, but also he's technically the captain. So he's really got 3 really quick decisions to make. And then this player, remember, you're 60% of the drive, and then 100% of your player is what you're responsible for. So he's got 2 decisions to make. So you've put these guys in help side in tough spots, and now we'll see what the point guard does. Yeah, all the way to the basket. So look at the types of the shot diet that Real Madrid is getting so far. Typically, I can look at these games and see very early on, I can watch a quarter and kind of just see how it's going to go. Real Madrid is getting a very steady diet. They got the two or three open like closeout situations. They've got 3 of those. They only scored off of 2 of them, so they're 2 for 3 there. And then they've gotten 2 of the highest percentage shots in basketball. They got all the way to the basket. So then you look at what Overtime Elite is getting, and it's like jump shots and threes so far. Nothing really to the basket other than that transition. Nice downhill. Again, mid-range is open. And this is what drop coverage leaves. Like, again, three-pointer. A three-pointer is worth more points. And I don't mean like obviously 3 is worth more than 2, but I just mean points per possession. An open three-pointer is like, what is it, 1.6 or something like that, 1.67, whereas a mid-range, like a contested mid-range jump shot, is less. Now obviously there's some players that can make that at a higher percentage, but don't give Taylor Kinney an open 3, but we'll give up a contested mid-range, and don't give him a contested layup because he'll probably make that. So it's like, this is the shot we want to force them into. No one else touched the ball, no one else got involved. And we're going to force them into a contested jump shot. Make or miss this. Again, you look at the shot diets of these 2 teams, and this is the problem with American basketball, because he's going to hit that. The other guy hit it, and they're like, yeah, we're killing. But I'm like, I don't know. Can you do that for a whole game? We'll see. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Man, valuable. 3 people have already touched the basketball, by the way, for Real Madrid. Inbounds, back to the guard, kick ahead, back to the guard. Now we get to set up our offense. 3 people have touched the ball. Again, they're running this again. This time, the setup has been slightly different each time, but it's basically a double stagger into this little gets action. Into Spain pick and roll. So let's see if they go with the Spain action now. It kind of looks like a horn set. Oh, it's just a high ball screen now. Whew. Man, this is tough to guard. Flips the screen. These are just really good pick and roll principles. Meanwhile, our bigs are just really comfortable playing back here, and it's like, you got to be attached. Remember, we watched that pick and roll clinic. You have to be attached on the pick and roll, and this guy has to be there on the catch. Like, so both of those things have to happen. The guard did his job. He's there on the catch. He's doing his job. You have to do your job and be there. Otherwise, this happens. Like, you give up too much space. Like, this is what are you expecting this guy to do? They just flipped the screen. It's 2-on-1. What are you expecting to do? Now they're going to go downhill, and the dominoes start falling. This is where Indiana Pacers, Oklahoma City Thunder, that's why their pick and roll defense was so good, because their bigs are involved. Their bigs get up here and play basketball. And these guys are athletic. These guys are athletic. You don't want bigs that are out there just to be a big, because you look on that court, like, there's a lot of tall players. There's no one out there big enough to just stand here and be dominant. You got to get involved. I don't care. We're playing defense. Especially being younger, especially them developing, right? These are high school kids. like teach them to play the proper way, so they're developing. So when they get to the NBA and they're a 3-man, or get to college and they're a 3 or a 2-man, then they already know how to do this stuff. We'll see if they adjust. Again, man, just these simple actions. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, and this is what people gloss over, but look at this guard. He's catching with space now. You're not arriving on the catch, and it's not his fault. It's just actions are tough to guard, because usually that's just a down screen for the guard to pop up, but instead the big pops out. Guard sprints up. Oh, now one-on-one. See what they got. Man, honestly, this is really good. Like, decision here, just posts up, but it was really good hands. Nice, good defense. Let's go. Man, again, keeping him on one side of the floor, not letting him take middle. Like, look, everyone's set up, built a wall. They built a wall. Very good principles. That's that's tough. He's good. Here they go. Good look though. Might need a timeout. Yeah, I think OTE definitely wants to get out in transition. Downhill again. He should have kept slipping to the basket. They actually had that here. So this big, and I always say this, when you set your screen, just commit to it. Like, go all the way to the basket. Watch what ends up happening on the play. He ends up cutting it short. He cuts it short because he thinks he's in trouble, but it's like, if he keeps going, this player is lifting up. He's doing his job. He'd have been wide open in the middle. Yeah. It's funny. Like, he's got 2 hands on him, and Americans go overseas, and I had to adjust to this too. Physicality is different. The physicality is different. You can't play with your hands. You can't meet people at the rim the same. Like, you can't play like that, but they'll allow you to be physical all day with chest and hips. If you show your hands, you can knock someone off their lane. So he's actually surprised. He's like, physical. He's got 2 hands on him, and they call it. And he's like, what? How? Good defense. Man, again, shot diet here. The shot diet from each team. I know they're down 6-13, but he shuffled his feet a little bit. Man, lucky there. Ooh, surprised they called it, but that's a good foul. Be there on the catch. Yeah, they're probably the right call, actually. Again, like, this is the part that frustrates me. I don't want to be known as the country that just has better players, right? Like, look at what Real Madrid doesn't have a Taylor Kinney. So they're having to run plays, having to lots of ball movement, lots of player movement, like having to figure stuff out. No offense to the coaches, because I don't know them. I don't know what they work on. But I just feel like coaching here in America is more about like, oh, let's just recruit and get the best players, and then we'll win that way. And it's like, but we could still run really good actions. We can still teach them more. We can teach them to be fundamental, because then you really can't stop Taylor Kinney. If they're running, if he's getting mismatches and if he's getting kickouts and able to attack off a closeout, you can't guard this guy. You can't guard him now. But if you're going to like just live with no one else touching the ball and steady diet of mid-range jump shots, like contested mid-range jump shots. Oh, this is my favorite thing to do in the game. Trail big. This is my favorite thing to do. because this is like a closeout while everyone else, like while there's no real help side. It's my favorite place to catch the ball. It's hard to guard. I might put up some clips, but just catching it there, I always felt like, because I would just catch and jab and go, I always knew I was going to score like 6 points a game off of that. They've got a lot of wrinkles on this out of bounds set. I really like it. This is one thing I need to get better at as a coach. Out of bounds sets, out of timeout sets. Those are things I've just never really focused on. Those are things I want to get better at. So I'm trying to pay a little bit more attention. So, because everything's just been a box set pretty much for them. But they've got so many. Remember the last time the big popped out and then the guard lifted up and got it? This time they're just direct entry into the post, flare screen. Man, that's really good action. Missed him there, but back to the guard. Jeez, that's a really good action. That's such a good action. Straight into a ball screen. Again, imagine this is Taylor Kinney throwing this ball inbounds. Imagine this is Taylor Kinney throwing the ball inbounds. Watch this. And then he gets the ball here, right? Like, imagine we were setting these guys up like this. As coaches, that's what I feel our job is. Give him a closeout, and then off the closeout. Now, he got there, great job. Now into a pick and roll. Missed him. They've missed a lot. And again, these guys are like 16, 17, so they're not going to make all the right reads. But you can see the right basketball is being developed, right? It still gets it to him. Man, just the shot diet and where they're getting the ball is just so much better. Yeah, you got to call that. Did they call it the other way? Oh, no. I was about to say. Whew. Again, like no one else. It's just that. Just inbound. Again, that was okay action, but it's just inbound into a high ball screen, which they go under, and they got help. Nothing open. ISO. Man, that's kind of a tough shot. Glass me. So who is that kid? C. Paul? Not Chris, though, obviously, right? Oh. Missed him again. Just got to make these reads quicker. So what I talk about a lot, if you're a player that's going to play this position a lot, I mean, everyone should learn it, but being in this position here, like, you can't play like this. You need to play like this. Like, that ball needs to already be loaded by your head. Like, it needs to be loaded up wherever, like, you're always here, you're jabbing, shot faking, but then that ball is here. So that if someone opens up, you can just sling it straight away, right? You don't want to be here. And then he notices he's open. And then he has to get the ball up, and it just gives the defense half a second to get there. Yeah, it's a good look. I mean, transition's where they want to be. Man, this is why, like, who's a better athlete? You can see it here when he's dribbling against him. This is tough. This is tough to deal with. So advance it when you can. But now, it doesn't matter how good of an athlete you are. If you play smart basketball, which they are as a team, watch how hard this is to defend. He comes off a back screen, and then he fakes the screen, so it's kind of junk screen action off the ball again. And then now this guy's sprinting full speed off the screen. But that point guard's lifting all the way back up, and he's getting back into getting the ball with space. Man, this is hard to guard. And no help side now, because he's had to sprint around the court twice. He's supposed to be in help. He's supposed to be there to get that over the top pass, but it's just hard to guard a lot of actions. It's just good basketball. And they're talking about it now. This shot diet, I'm telling you. Oh, is that free throws overseas? I'm pretty sure if you foul on the inbounds before the ball goes in. Yeah, that's free throws. I like that. That was good. This was really good. Again, underrated. Get the ball in, kick ahead. That's really good. The more you can do that, the better. Zone, 2-3 zone. I mean, you have to get the ball middle in his zone, and he was there. Like, even lying with your eyes right here, Taylor Kinney can fake to the wing and hit the middle, but on this pass, definitely it should have gone middle. Man, this happens a lot though to us in America. We just get really stagnant against the zone. Again, Taylor Kinney just staying at the top. Let's see if they have something for it. Mid-range jump shot. My channel is called the mid-range, so obviously I love it, but it's hard to win a game shooting only mid-range jump shots. Good defense. Again, I mean, really good defense, but he's just handling the pressure. And there's no 5-second count in FIBA. Which I don't know if the kids know that, because it looks like looks like they're playing defense to get a 5-second count, not playing defense to push them into certain spots. Because there's no point to being up that hard, pressuring that much, and getting beat this badly, this high away from the basket. Because like, there's no way this guy can really do anything to help. Again, it's just fundamental, right? Like, Taylor Kinney, obviously one of the best players in the world at that age, especially. But like, just our fundamental principles of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish as a team, I feel like Real Madrid is just like way more prepared. Good look. Good work. Again, scrapping together. I don't know how sustainable this is. Dude, again. Block. Yeah, that's a block. Again, like, what are we trying to... You're not supposed to be turning people. Keep them on one side. Because now that you let him get middle, as a player, what are you trying to do in transition? You're trying to get to the middle, full speed, right? So as a defender, where should you be forcing guys to go? Keep them from going into the middle. Man, good finish. Yeah, he was set up. Nah, he was set up way too early. They're always going to call that. Oh, dang. Again, zone. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? So again, if you're Real Madrid right here and you're looking at what OTE looks like playing against the zone, you probably just stay in it, don't you? Because like nothing's happening. Right now they're just scrapping and out athleting. Good hands. Highest percentage shot in basketball. Like the shot diet. I know I've been saying it, but and it's like from everywhere. It's not one player. It's the holes in the ship are leaking from everywhere. Dang. All right, high ball screen, kick to the corner, no player movement again. No player movement. No player movement. It's just no movement. Good block. Great block. Again, another foul in transition. So they're using these take fouls. They're not letting them get out in transition. Great block. Man, there's just no movement. I like that. Snake dribble. It's like the first mid-range jump shot they've taken, but the difference too is the big sprinting off of that. So they're attacking this drop coverage tough. I would really love to see these bigs be more involved. I don't really like drop coverage as a default for younger players because I would rather teach them how to hedge, teach how to switch, teach how to do other things rather than like hiding bigs in this drop coverage. It is a defense you're gonna have to run it at times, but this point guard is eating them alive off of these. See this out of bounds. Looks like just like gonna be a double screen on the weak side. Oh no, man, I love these out of bounds plays because it looks like it's going to be a screen away. This is really good. Setting up the screen, setting up your defender. Looks like he's going to be, and then he just sprints off of it. I mean, obviously not a great job by this defender, but you know, good job setting him up into a wide open, like a catch with a closeout. Man, they are not hitting free throws. And then gets another rebound on the free throw. That's tough. Nice. Good work. Yeah. Great job. Man, this is your team being on a string, right? You're playing against a more athletic team. I really like this guard here. This is one of the hardest things to teach young players to do is like come back. I always say be involved. Can't get the ball in. Be involved. Sprint. We need you sprinting and getting open. Good job. Good spacing here. I mean, not great spacing, not perfect, but the idea is good. The point guard coming back to it. This guy, once he realizes, like he sprints ahead. Good job. Good job breaking that press. Oh, here they go back to that first set they were running. So into the gets, into a ball screen. He is eating them alive. Like you need something for this, right? You need to fix your ball screen coverage. He's eating them alive. Oh, got to close out. Nice. Transition. They need every transition they can get so they don't have to play. So they don't have to play against a 2-3 zone. We'll try to watch the rest of this quarter. If you, I don't know. I might do the full game, or maybe we'll skip ahead to the fourth quarter. So I'll do the first quarter and then I'll do the fourth quarter, and we'll put those up, and then I'll get feedback from you guys. So I'll get feedback if you like me breaking these games down, if you like this style of content. I'll try to refine it, and I got to find a way to make it sustainable, because this takes a long time and I don't make any money off of it. So maybe once a week we can do these game breakdowns. Good spacing again. Dominoes falling. Nice floater. Last shot. Man, it's only a 4-point game. Just a double screen. We go 4 seconds. What we got? Wow. Wow. What are we doing? We give that up. One of my biggest pet peeves as a coach is not winning these situations. This is why I liked Joe Mazzulla, Boston Celtics. That's one of the things he's big on, is winning the margins. So at the end of a quarter, if you get the last shot, even if you don't score, at least worst case scenario, you go in with the game the way it is, especially if you have the lead. The worst thing you can do is let the other team win that situation, because you're in control of it. So if you turn it over and they hit a 3, if you turn it over, they get a layup. If you score a 2-pointer and then they get a 3-pointer, like, there's so many ways you can lose that scenario. But if you just take control of it, just be like, we're gonna take away any of that % chance that we lose that scenario. OTE is barely hanging on right now because they're getting some transitions, they're hitting some shots, they're getting some rebounds, but they're not getting a steady diet of shots. Their IQ, the level that they're playing at fundamentally is not as good as what Real Madrid is doing. At some point, this is going to swing. At some point, those shots that they're getting are going to fall, and those shots are going to dry up from OTE. So it's like these possessions matter more. But yeah, we'll skip ahead. I'm going to go to maybe like the fourth quarter, and we'll watch that. Oh yeah, there you go. It's a 9-point game now. This is the most replayed moment, so maybe we'll start watching from here. Yeah, they're just running zone. They haven't figured it out. And this is what I mean. Like, imagine you have some of the best athletes in the world, and what we give them as like the leaders and the mentors and the coaches as adults, we go, couldn't figure out the zone. Have you never seen a zone before? This is what you've got, the best athletes. Like, if you can't figure it out now, and this is no knock on the coaches, but I just feel like this is who we are in America. Like, we take coaching for granted, and it's really frustrating to me. Man, great transition. Dominoes going. Float game. Wow. Oh, that's why it was the most replayed. I was wondering. Or maybe. Man, this is getting ugly. Ooh. Tough fadeaway mid-range jump shot again. That was a terrible fast break. Look at the speed, though. The speed of this game.
13-point game, you know, Savage been on the bench. AO get a layup now. You kind of feeling good about, don't feel good about the score, but we feel good about.
Just look at the ball movement, player movement.
And it makes here another steal. Another turnover. TK on the break.
What is happening? All right, let's go the fourth. That was the most replayed moment. Let's go the fourth quarter and see if it gets any better. 10-point game. Let's go like last 5 minutes. Okay, 4-point game. Nice. 2-point game. See what we got. Same action they've been running all game, I'm assuming, because they did it in the first quarter. Now they're doing it in the fourth. What? He just took it away from him. Nice. So a couple things. You can the lanes, the actions, everything they do is good. It's just like tightening up on the like crispiness of the pass, the crispiness of the catch, the crispiness of the finish, all that stuff. And so when I look at Real Madrid, I go, man, these guys are going to be good because it's just you can see the progression. You can see where they're headed. Like this right here. This is the spacing is good. Now this decision is super important. Like what you've got an open 3-point shooter here. If you're going to lob this, it needs to be for a dunk, or you go finish. And he just throws it like way away, but it's just like, okay, these are the things that I can see getting better over time. When I watch OTE play, I'm just like, man, Taylor Kenny's going to be fine. Some of these other guys will be okay because they're athletes, but like, geez, what? I don't know. I feel like we're failing so many of these kids. They're going to get offers because they're playing for overtime elite, but I don't think we're maximizing them. Good box out. And it's funny, right? I made that video the other day over on the main channel about travels and carries. This is why I have the perspective I have, is because I've played and coached and whatever in a lot of places at a lot of different levels. And so there's some through lines that I see of like, oh, this is typically sometimes a travel, this is typically not. But the way that we play in America is so just like, we got to reel it back in. And now you hear these commentators and they're like, why isn't that a travel? Or it's only a travel because it's, oh, the referees. And it's like, no, we're the ones. It's us that needs to change. It's us. It's not the rest of the world. It's us. We need to get better. We need to tighten up some of our stuff. That's why I have these discussions I have. It's not that we played bad in the Olympics. It's all the other teams have gotten so much better. We barely won. Luckily we had Steph hit those shots the way he was hitting. Oh, same play they ran earlier. So I like this. I'm going to put this. I'll definitely put this play in. No way. Nice. Good move. Nah. Nice pass. Man, but OTE, it didn't. Oh, they are. I was gonna say they're not even all back, but they are. They're involved. Tired. Everyone's tired. It's a good look, but it's just really tough to one pass three, no pass mid-range contested jump shot. Like, so my hope is that coaches would have went back to the drawing board and been like, okay, so we need to have some zone stuff. We need to or they would have just been like, we just shot bad. I wonder. I don't know. But my hope is that they learned a lot from this.
See if they can get a stop here. Skip pass to the corner. That's a travel, right? Another travel. Shot no good. That's a travel, right?
Let's see.
See if they can get a stop here. Skip pass to the corner. That's a travel, right? Another travel.
It looked awkward, but it wasn't.
No good. When he gets you two. And then you come down 3-11, 4-point game in the game situation. What is it? How many times is this?
Can't hear. I really wanted to hear what he was saying.
A lot of coaches, Amy Stoudemire being one, head coach for Georgia Tech, and I was so busy talking about shots going in and going out, but every time I talk to a basketball mind like D. Will or Coach Stoudemire, it was all about effort. It was all about energy. It was all about how you respond. They didn't care about makes and misses, and it's so crazy. You mentioned in the same intangibles that they focused on any man in the ball game. Yeah, I think that the one uncontrollable part of basketball is whether the ball goes in or not. You can't control it.
Spain pick and roll.
What you can control is how hard you play. And he is like
Oh.
Did you see the change of pace?
No. So did they go one possession of man?
4-point game.
Oh, 3-2 zone.
Got the ball. That's who you want with the basketball. Skip pass, AO. Tough left-hand layup. Doesn't go.
Man. Wow. What a find. Whew. That's a backbreaker. What a find here. This guy, he's he can see the court. He can do that. Been killing them all game. Man, the guard, they're just struggling to get anything. 2 feet in the key. Just, what are we doing? Yeah, but you can't only do that. If you do it sometime when the shot clock's winding down, that's when his mid range is like, okay, we'll take that. We didn't get a shot. That possession, that was okay. They didn't get anything, so he's like, I'll go to the mid range. But that's where they started from all game. Like, that was okay. That's just how they play.
And now every possession counts right now. Now you're in a situation where you basically have to score every possession. Yep. Ain't get a stop.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Outthinking it. So they're supposed to ice the screen, obviously, because they were doing it earlier. But if you're icing the screen, this big has to be here. So, look at this. Look, he's staying attached. Watch this. Watch. This is so weird. And he's still just like, no. Nope. Like at some point. All right, I'll fast forward a bit. It's a 9-point game. It's an 11-point game. Yeah, this is all but over. So I just want to double check. Yeah, okay. So a couple things. This is why when you guys saw me breaking down those individual skills sessions, this is why I was like, I feel like they're wasting time. Like, what are they working on? They're working on so much individual stuff. When you've got those guys there at OTE, you've got them there full time. Why are we not doing team stuff? Why are we not doing more large scale stuff? Like, you can improve all of their IQs at the same time. You can improve all of their spacing, all of their shooting, all of their dribbling, all of their everything at the same time. But you get them in these sessions where they've got 5 coaches for one player to do ball screens, to do how to score off of a ball screen. And how often have we seen the point guard for Real Madrid, how many times were we seeing him go score? It was using the ball screen to create ball movement, player movement, come back and get it. Like he's moving the offense, and then when the opportunities were there, then he would go score. But it wasn't coming off the ball screen, sidestep, step back three. It was like getting 2 feet in the key and just make a decision. Hopefully, you know what? I'm going to try to see as many of these types of games that I can. So I want to do more research on overtime, but I also want to break down just a lot more of the differences between American basketball and European basketball. I'm not going to make any money on these, but I do feel it's that important, and hopefully it's something that you guys enjoy as well. So please let me know if there's other games you want to see like this, if you like these types of breakdowns. We're going to risk it. We're just going to put it up and see how it goes, see if I get copyright struck. But yeah, I think this just shows where we need to improve as Americans. So Overtime Elite, you got the whole country on your back. You got this. Let's go. Let's improve. Let's all improve together. Take care, guys. Let's see you in the next one.